For investors and people that are looking into something, oftentimes people look at what's called profit margin, right? So let's talk about this. What's profit margin? You think Disney is trying to raise prices to keep out the troublemakers? Let me tell you something about Disney. Raising the prices don't keep out troublemakers, especially when everybody's on credit card. And the more money someone pays to go do something, the more entitled they feel. They actually become more of troublemakers. The highest return or year-over-year price increase on anything in the past 150 years, I should say on a continuous basis, is Disney tickets. They never stop going up. We did the math this past year. A family of 4 going on between a 5 and 7 day trip to Disney is going to cost you between $7,000 and $10,000 for a 5 to 7 day Disney trip for a family of 4. That's what the math breaks out to. That's the average. That means people spend a lot less and a way lot more. But we already did the ticket prices. We did the food. We did the transportation. We did the resorts. We did bare minimum on attractions. We didn't even add Fast Pass. If you think you're spending less than $100 a day per person on a trip to Disney, you're out of your mind. He ain't wrong. I've got a week booked for 4 without food, and it's over $4,000. Yeah, you haven't added food. You haven't added Fast Passes. You haven't added any merchandise. You think you're going to feed a family of 4, even if you only eat 1 meal at Disney the whole day, you think you're going to do that for less than $20 a person? No, what are you going to eat? 1 piece of fucking street corn? 1 pretzel? No, it's $200 for a lunch for 4 people at Disney at the cheap end. Times 5 days, that's $1,000 in food right there. That's if you had 1. Plus, you still got to eat anywhere around the park, outside the park, just as expensive. We did the math. We broke it down on stream. It's somewhere out there. It's one of my TikTok videos. We did a breakdown. This is not a joke. This is how much it costs. People will spend an entire. That's why the summers are so packed, because their kids are out. This is our yearly vacation. I told my wife, I said, I don't care. I got in trouble with my tax guy today because I added too much to my IRA because I don't make as much as I used to. But I told her, I said, we make good money. And I said, I don't care how much money I have. I said, if we go to Disney, I'm taking a condom, I'm putting food in, I'm sticking that shit in my ass, okay? And that's going to be my snacks, because there is no way I am paying those prices, okay? I will mule smuggle food into Disney if I have to, okay? You don't understand how expensive it is. So let's talk about the Disney versus the Tesla model. So everybody talks about profit margins, okay? Okay? And what is a profit margin? There's a lot that goes into it, but a TLDR, a very easy way of looking at it is how much it costs to make, how much you sell it for. And the difference is your margin, your profit margin. Now, that's a very simplified version. It's never that easy, right? Like a house, right? Like I tell you, a lot of misunderstandings of houses. I buy it for this much, I sell it that 30 years for this much, and the difference is how much I make. No, there's interest, there's maintenance, there's other things, right? But that's a generalized way of looking at it. When you're looking at profit margin, you've also got to look at sales, right? Which would you rather have? Would you rather sell more but take a bigger loss on each one, or sell less and have more profit on each one? And all things considered, if you were making the same outcome, which one do you think would be better? It's not that easy either. Because if everybody has it, then it's not as valuable. It's not as cool, especially when it comes to a car or a park or something like that. Everyone has it. Yeah, that's because it's affordable. If less people have it, more people want it, but less people can afford it. So now you could gain value because of the sticker price and of the flashiness of it. Or you could gain value because more people drive it. It becomes more normalized, more affordable. And then when people need cars, they come out and buy yours because now they can afford it. Who knows? So the Tesla model lately has been to lower prices, right? They have lowered prices 7 times this year and raised them once in between there somewhere. And the reason that some investors hate that is because their profit margin is getting smaller and smaller. And if your profit margin's already getting smaller because you're seeing less sales, and then you lower the price again, trying to increase sales, but you're losing more money per vehicle again, if you don't increase those sales significantly, you take an even bigger loss. But then you have the Disney approach, which is the opposite. Disney has been raising prices, which in turn has caused less people to go to the parks. But each person going is spending more money. Which model is going to be the one? I'm not saying they're the only ones doing it, but they're the only ones relevant to this conversation. Is the continue to lower prices and get beat up on profit margins with the idea that more people will be able to afford it and have it, and become more of a mainstay, especially when you're in a competitive market like EVs, or continue to raise price and make yourself a premium? Do you want more people spending less or less people spending more? Very valid point. It's not a point. It's just, it's a business model. Like we saw that recently from China, right? We played MLCO looking for Golden Week, right? Speaking of golden, oh my God. Whatever. Golden Week, right? Where they take the week off and everybody vacations and stuff. Well, less people are in China, so we were keeping an eye on where the spending was going to go. We took MLCO, which is a casino that is primarily tied to Macau, looking to see if more people went gambling this year. And we were right. MLCO did well. We sold those calls for like 25, 30%. But one of the things we saw from Golden Week this year in China, which is already on a decline economically, is that we saw less people... we saw more people spending, but more people spending less. So it depends on what factors you're taking into involved, but you're looking at this from two different points. Do you want more people spending less money or less people spending more money? If you are Ferrari, you want the latter. If you're, Walmart, you want the former, because you want customer retention. You want customers to sign up with. Why do you think loyalty programs are huge right now? We talked about this with Panera. Panera has people don't realize this. Panera has gone next level with their sales because they were the ones who fought hard, took an L in the beginning, and got people to sign up for that rewards program. And it is paying dividends like crazy for them. Every other restaurant out there is trying to sign up people the same way because they saw what Panera did. Get people in the door. They'll spend. Get them to buy upsell items. Give them a free fucking coffee, which costs you 18 cents to make, and cup and labor and everything like that costs you 90 cents. You sell it for, $1.50. You sell it for $3. Even if it costs you $3 and you sell it for $3, that's fine. But you get them in there, and then you put that fresh baked fucking cheese Danish or scone, chocolate chip muffin or whatever. Costs you the same, but you mark it up 200%, and then give them get a free coffee, get 10% off any bakery item. Done. Fucking done. Over. They're already getting a free cup of coffee that you're not losing any money on. That free cup of coffee gets them in the door, and that 10%, well, I'm already not paying for my coffee, which you are paying for because it's a monthly subscription, but no. You're not paying for it, so that's already $3 you saved. This muffin's $3, but you get 10% off. It's $2.90. You're walking out of here with more money than you thought you would have spent buying just a drink. You're getting both, and it's cheaper. All the while, it costs them, $3, and they're making $6. They're making 100% return. Are you Gary Vaynerchuk's brother? First off, no. Second of all, it's funny. I didn't even know who that guy was until 4 years ago. 4, no. 5, no, I'm not fighting him after I beat Dave Ramsey's, but I'm not fighting Dave Ramsey either, so obviously I'm not fighting him. Can you meet my dad? I'm here every day.